That was the idea, and it hinges between protein design, electrical engineering, as well as agriculture and farming, of course, wrapped up in climate change. And of course, I think it would make for a good business. And it's only matured over the years since I pitched the idea. This was the very first time I did it. You had to have, it was 7 judges. You had to have you had to have 4 or more green cups because they had raised green cups or red cups. I had 7 green cups. Okay, I'm all 7. So I had $100. I remember telling my sister, she's like, "Does that mean you're going to the next round?" And for sure, I did. I went to the next round, so that $100, and then the next thing I pitched, I won second place at this thing. I won $500. This was University of Washington Science and Technology Showcase, and I actually had a poster that I presented. And so this is Carla. Actually, Carla was another. I think at the time she was a postdoc in the neighboring lab under the same umbrella, Institute for Protein Design. She was in the King lab while I was in the Baker lab, and she was a postdoc, I believe, or because she wasn't a graduate, because she got actually her PhD in physics. And so, which was very valuable for our conversation of figuring out, okay, would this thing even work or whatnot? At the time, I already had the scaffolds for ligand binding, and Ian Haydon actually made these figures, which was really great for the science communication component of this to really communicate what we were trying to do to investors and to a larger set. But this was the second thing that we did, and we won $500. And it was only up from there because after the $500, then, so this is, what is this? Oh, then we won $2,200 from, this was Alaska Airlines Environmental Innovation Challenge. Congratulations, your team has been allocated funds to help move your prototype proposal forward. And so we got $2,200. This was a crazy time, you guys, because you can imagine every competition I was going into, where people were pitching things like, we are the Uber for stickers. That stuff. And then I would walk in and be like, so I make molecules from scratch and I would like to solve climate change. And so it was one after the other. So that 2,200, that's what we used to start doing customer research, which meant basically I flew around the country. I went back to Cleveland, I went to Clemson University speaking to farmers, trying to figure out what is the right mode of this. At the same time, I was developing my hip hop biochemistry stuff that now you guys know is Stimulator Games. And so this was actually me presenting. So I was still a grad student, by the way. So I had my research proposal that I was presenting at this conference. But because I also had the poster from my business company, I basically presented 2 posters at the same time because greedy, and also because why not? I could go ahead and be an overachiever. But it was also good to get feedback from professors, particularly plant biology professors, because at the time I was just like, is this even a thing? Like, is this real or what? What's going on? And I was getting mixed signals at the time, but ended up being a pretty real thing.